Hello everyone, I'm Han, the co-founder and lead developer of Phala Network. Today I would like to talk about our project and also our product Web3 Analytics. Data is very valuable, and especially your privacy data. But nowadays, all your data is owned by the tech companies, and you have no control over it. They are using it as they want. So we have to trust them to not misuse it. But it turns out it is never true. So is there a Web3 approach? If we have a trustless database, we can let the database to collect our data and the user can manage their data in the trustless database. And the companies should only use the data when it's authorized by the user. It looks like a good plan, right? But how can we build such a trustless database? Maybe an Ethereum contract. But the bad news is that on Ethereum, everything is transparent. It means that if you are dealing with privacy data, everyone will be able to see your data. So it doesn't work. Actually, we need something called confidential smart contract. So what is confidential smart contract? It's a smart contract, but it can handle the confidentiality. Phala Network is a blockchain implementing confidential smart contract. In the confidential smart contract, everything in the input, output, and also the intermediate state are encrypted, so it's only accessible by the authorized party. So with a confidential smart contract, we can make it possible to let the user to fully control their data. Phala Network is based on TEE blockchain hybrid architecture. In case you are not familiar with it, TEE is Trusted Execution Environment. It's a special area in your CPU. We can put some code in a TEE enclave, and everything is isolated from the outside. The input, the output, and the intermediate states are all encrypted. So even if the attacker can control your operating system, or they can control your hardware, still they cannot hack the program running in the TEE. Basically, it's a black box and everything is encrypted. And actually, the TEE is very popular. Most of the Intel CPUs nowadays has a built-in TEE called Intel SGX. However, just a single TEE is not interesting at all. If you're running a smart contract in a TEE, what if the machine just be shut down? Then your smart contract will not be accessible anymore. So we're going to build a network of TEEs. But there's another problem. What if there's risk condition between the different TEE inside the network, like double spending? It turns out we need a blockchain to establish a shared security among all the TEE nodes. The blockchain can act as a timestamp service as well as the availability layer for the TEE network. And for security and scalability, in our design, all the confidential smart contracts are running in parallel. So it's just like parachains on Polkadot. So we need a way to build the interoperability between different TEE nodes. So in this design, we can have the interoperability not only between our confidential smart contracts, but also between us and other parachains. That's why we can scale with Polkadot. Okay, so far for the design. Let's talk about the programming model. Because now we're dealing with confidentiality, the programming model is a bit different. We have commands and queries. The commands is just read-write operations, just like the transaction on Ethereum. But query is a little bit interesting. On Ethereum, you can just query everything on the blockchain, the block history, and also the block states. On confidential smart contract, because everything is encrypted, you can only query the authorized part. So the queries are made with credentials. Here's a very simple example. we're building a private assets demo. So there are 3 commands: issue, destroy, and transfer. You can create a map to record the balance of different accounts and save it in the state of the smart contract. But to make it interesting, in this demo, only the owner can access his balance. So when you're querying the balance, the first sentence, we first check if there is an origin and if the origin match the account you are querying for. If it doesn't match, it will just return an error not authorized. So only the authorized request will be processed and respond. And this demo is already available on our testnet. If you are interested, you can just go to our website. Alright, this is a very simple demo of confidential smart contract, but how do we use it in a real product? Actually, it's very funny. We investigated the top 20 market cap blockchain projects, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and like Monero. And it turns out all of them are collecting user data with a centralized service. And 85% of the projects are using Google Analytics to collect their data. Do they really want to use a centralized service? Well, I don't think so, but it's just that they have no other options. To solve this problem, I'm introducing Web3 Analytics. It's just a decentralized alternative to Google Analytics, but it allows users to have 100% control over their privacy data. You can just integrate the Web3 Analytics SDK to your website in 1 minute. We offer developers a dashboard to show the analytics of their website data. The difference is that all the data is collected by a confidential smart contract, so it's still the user who owns the data. We offer a personal data console for the users. The users can manage how the data is used by the apps, just like the privacy setting in your mobile phone. You can always delete your data or check the access history. Everything is enforced by confidential contract. Alright, to summarize it, we are very proud to be a member of Web3 ecosystem. And at Phala Network, we're building a blockchain implementing confidential smart contract. And on top of Phala Network, we're building Web3 analytics to help you control your privacy data in a trustless way. And finally, I would like to end the talk with the slogan of Web3, less trust, more truth. If you have more questions, feel free to contact us. You can find me at Riot or write an email to me. You can also find us at Telegram, website, and of course, all our code is open sourced. You can find the code on GitHub. Feel free to check it out. We have already launched our first testnet with the privacy token demo. You can check it out from our website, and we're going to launch our mainnet in the summer this year. Thank you for your time.